Okay, it's the next day now. It is Monday, and I think I have went and bought everything I need. So I went to Lowe's Improvement today, early this morning, and walked all around the store. Spent what seemed like to be an entire hour in there, and I couldn't find what I really wanted. But I did finally find this piece of Lexan. This is just a small piece. It only cost a couple bucks. And it's, of course, got you pull back the plastic to expose the thing. But I think this is going to work. It says basically virtually unbreakable, so I should be able to cut this and drill into it without any problems. I guess we're going to find out. So here's my piece that I need to cut out. I need to cut out a piece that big, and subsequently, if that's a word, I can actually get two pieces out of that. So if I screw the first one up, I'm going to have a second one to work with, and then if something goes wrong, I can always go buy another one of these for just a couple of bucks if I need to. So we got that. We got some, evidently, this is a glue you use. It says silicone sealant, so it evidently will glue this to my dashboard faceplate, so we're gonna find out. And I also bought two gauges. I had to go to quite a few different places to find them. Well, to find an amp gauge. Seems like amp gauges are kind of rare, but that's what I wanted. And then I got a water temperature gauge, and I think we'll be able to just patch that wire for the water temperature into the existing wire that goes to the sensor. Or I'm sorry, the sender. Because it also is a single wire. So that should work. The amps, of course, is going to be an inline situation. And we'll look at that as we're getting that wired up, hopefully later today. And then, of course, we got to patch into our headlight system to light those up. So let's go ahead and get started on this and see how far I can get to it today. I got 2 days to finish this, today and tomorrow. Okay, I've actually marked out where I want to cut. It's pretty hard to see here on this old table, but there is actually a line marked in there, and that's where I want to cut out, right there. So I also made these little templates. These are the holes that I'm going to need for these gauges to go through, and I just lay them on here, and I can kind of decide exactly where I want these. There's obviously enough room for 3 gauges here, and I've also got one for the new cigarette lighter, but I just need to decide how I want to do this. I want a cigarette lighter probably in the middle, something like that. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, I just couldn't resist. I had to slap this thing together really quick and see how this looks. The template fits very nicely into this piece here, and everything's good. It looks pretty good. I don't know, I'm wondering if maybe I should move the cigarette lighter down here farther. Okay, here we are. It's been a couple hours. I've been working outside. I've got this piece done. I've got it all drilled out, and I've got it temporarily mounted in here. You can see it looks pretty good. It's certainly not perfectly mounted, but the gauges, but they're okay. So it fits in there pretty darn good, I think. Had to do a lot of cutting on it. I did find my hole drilling tools, so that's good. So from here, I'm going to take and block this thing out, because it's got some pretty good scratches in it on the outside. I'm going to take my sanding block with some 360 grit, and I'm going to block it out really good. I found a can of flat black paint out in my shop. I don't really know how old it is, but it should be okay. So I'm going to put a couple of coats of paint on this thing today and then let it dry overnight. And I probably will try to do some wiring, try to run some of the wiring, and the other thing I was trying to think of is I need to get this piece glued back on here, this piece that broke off yesterday. So we'll get that set up and let that sit overnight and cement while this paint is drying on here. And as I said, try to get some of my wiring ran today, and then that'll be it. It's been a pretty full day for me, so try to get what I can done, and then we'll come back tomorrow and kind of pick it up from where I left off. Alright, thanks for watching.